we sound a little something like this.
Kiss an angel good morning and let her know you think about her when you're gone.
Or we could sound like this. We could even sound like this.
100.1 Moose FM. Good morning. I'm joined now by Rianna, who is a student at North Peace Secondary School. Good morning to you, Rianna.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here. We're here to talk a bit about the Europe Trip Bottle Drive that you and the class are hosting this Saturday. But why don't we start with the trip itself? I hear this is kind of the first one since COVID, so you and everyone involved must be super excited. What are you going to do?
Well, we definitely are excited because, as you said, it is the first one since COVID, which messed a lot of things up.
Yeah.
And I definitely know a lot of people were wanting to go on trips and just get out of Fort St. John.
Well said. What's kind of the planned itinerary for the trip, if you don't mind me asking? And when are you going?
So we are going to Europe. We are visiting 4 countries. We're visiting Germany, the Czech Republic, Hungary, and Poland. And we're doing all of this in the span of 10 days during spring break. So not missing school, but in break time.
Yeah.
And we're going to, I guess, various cultural sites, like the sightseeing tours. We're basically sightseeing.
I see.
And it is a really good opportunity for students to learn and immerse themselves in different cultures and different histories. And it's just a way to, I guess, learn more about what we're doing. You only read about it in textbooks, but when we get to go, we actually get to see it with our eyes, and we actually get to live in that moment. I know one of the biggest attractions that's kind of been on my mind that we were told we were going to is we are going to Auschwitz in Poland, which is, of course, a very devastating place to be, but it also is, for lack of a better word, quite interesting to be able to go and live in a sense of history where you could never even imagine, and we get to step foot into a historical place. We're also going to major museums. We're going to the Checkpoint Charlie in Berlin, which is, of course, a major site. We're going to the Prague Astronomical Clock. Those are just a few places that we're going to, and other than that, if we ever have free time for ourselves, we can just wander these beautiful cities and appreciate how different it is from Canada, because America is very different from Europe, and I think it's fascinating to, their light bulbs are different than ours, their little light switches.
Yeah. A bit of everything will be different, and it'll be neat to see, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess the streets are different, cars drive on different sides of the roads, just immersing yourself in a completely different way of living, and we get to go enjoy what the country people call home.
Absolutely. Now it is a cost to that, of course, that I assume the students kind of bear a part of it, but that's what this bottle drive, I suppose, is about, is helping to fundraise to help make it a bit more of an easier financial burden for students and their families to bear, correct?
Yes, I only know a rough estimate of what the cost is. I believe it's near $6,000. And so, of course, there will be some fortunate kids with fortunate parents that can pay that very easily. But there are those that do need extra help. And we're, of course, here to help them. And we hope the community would like to help them as well. So we are hosting the bottle drive to hopefully collect enough money to help out students. And we will be hosting future events, such as an event in February.
Well, tell us a bit about the bottle drive. I know it's this Saturday, so is there kind of a time frame of what it is and when it happens, where people and how people can kind of get their bottles to you so that you can make some money?
So if you're worried about organizing bottles, don't worry, we're going to do it all for you.
Okay.
So our bottle drive takes place at North Peace Secondary School, which I would hope everyone knows where the high school is, but some don't. It's on the 86th Street. It's in the teacher's parking lot, which is one of the very first parking lots you'll see when coming in.
So you won't be able to miss it if you're driving by.
Yeah, we would be out there willing to help you. You'd probably see a lot of smiling faces because the students are all involved in all of this, and of course the teachers are helping out, but it is a very student-based organization. It is October 19th from 9 to 11:30 a.m., of course. We're not asking you to come out in the middle of the night. If you find you can't make it, like you have work during those times, but you really would like to help out, you can still help us out in a way. So you can email one of the main teachers who is organizing this, Matthew Lohr. His email is mlohr, M-A-L-U-R, @prn.bc.ca. You can email him and sign up, and you can actually have a student alongside their parent, accompany them to your house, and then from your house, we can take your bottles and bring them to the school. So that's another way that if you really want to help out and you just can't make it, we have organized ways for you to still help however you can.
Alrighty, so again, this Saturday, 9 to 11:30 at the North Peace Secondary School Teachers Parking Lot. You'll see everyone there. Just bring your bottles. They'll organize them for you. Just bring them so that they can use the money for this Europe trip. When you're on your way to vote, take out the trash. Insert joke here. Anyway, anything else you want to say here, Rianna, before I let you go?
Nothing. Just thank you guys so much for having me. And I would like to thank anyone in advance. If you heard this and are thinking about helping out, I would like to thank you. Even if it's just a thought, even if it's not an action, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Rianna, it was a pleasure to meet you, and good luck with the bottle drive this Saturday.
Thank you so much.
It was supported by your Member of Parliament, Bob Zimmer. Stop by his office in Fort St. John at 9916 100th